we have seen recently with things like the atrocity of this terrible young man who went and young girls with the Taylor Swift dance class.
The little girls.
Just beyond belief. And the public mood is febrile. And there have been demonstrations and things that, we do not see often in Britain, the burning of police stations by very angry mobs. I just see today, group, sort of doing a boundary policing thing in their area. The worst thing for me is exactly what I said would happen, and the reason I wrote The Strange Death of Europe, and the reason I banged on about this for years beforehand, was I said it is so obvious what is going to happen. I was so angry watching it when it could have been stopped.
Yeah, it sucks to be right about something so bad.
Ex-policeman yourself.
I've experienced two-tier policing. There was riots 50 years ago, and then they re-escalated around 2009, 2010. But because of tensions, we were made as police officers to stand in like normal street uniform, with no protective clothing, just brown shields. We had people walking past us with baseball bats and machetes, tapping on the shields, and we had to stand there and do nothing. Yet the next weekend you'd be at a football match and no holds barred. And it was like that all the time. You were always told to treat one side of the community one way and the other side completely differently.
When I got off the plane in London this morning, I gave my American passport at passport control, and the security guy asked me, "Where are you coming from?" So I said, "Tel Aviv." And he said, "Are you Jewish?" And I said, "Yes." And he said, "Be careful." He asked if I spoke Hebrew, so of course I said yes, and he said, "Don't speak Hebrew here." How crazy is that the anti-Semitism in the UK is so bad that the security guard at the airport from passport control was telling me to be careful?
Just terrible government overreach. You're seeing it now in England where people are getting arrested for tweets. I think the statistics are something like 4,000 people have been arrested in England for thought crimes, where they've said things online that people find to be a hateful thing or a problematic thing. Here's the problem with that. Even if you say, yeah, well, people shouldn't tweet hateful things. I agree. They shouldn't. But who's to decide what is a hateful thing?
That's the problem. It's subjective.
The problem. It's very subjective.
And it still shouldn't be a crime.
Are you protesting?
No.
Are you here to pray for the lives of unborn children?
As I've mentioned to one of your colleagues before, I think that's a little bit of a leading question. No, I'm not, actually, today.
Can your actions be carried out elsewhere?
I'm not doing any actions. I'm just simply thinking silently in my head. I'm praying for those who've been hurt by abortion.
So, when I said before, are you here to pray for the lives of unborn children?
Yes.
Yes.
I said no.
You said no.
I'm praying for those who've been hurt by abortion.
Hurt by abortion?
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
But I have actually been arrested twice. I've gone to court and been acquitted for allegedly my silent prayers.
Don't love this country. Check this case. A man literally sexual abuse forced himself into a 12-year-old girl, and guess what he got? 180 days of community service.
In all of world history, there has never been a civilization that has so opened its doors to another civilization that is openly hostile to it. So this is unprecedented, what's happening.
Secularism, democracy, capitalism, these are cancers. People have the freedom to, again, like I said before, commit zina, do fahisha. They're tired of democracy. They want to see a new way of life. And as Muslims, we have to understand that we have that new way of life.
Reason why you have to fight them is because they are Jews and Christians. You should fight those empires around you, or those hukumat around you, which are Jew or Christian, until they give the jizya. That's fine. That we already know Islam allows. We're not apologetic about that point.
Islam is a warrior religion in many ways. It's unapologetically so. It's about expansion, it's about conquest and so on.
The media has fooled you guys. The media has convinced you that there's going to be a mob of Englishmen coming to your city to come and start some shit up. People are like, the EDLs never came. Where are these EDL mandem? These EDL mandem were scared. No, they don't even exist. Yeah, when it was founded in 09, 010, yeah, that's when they were active. But in 2024, come on, man, there is no EDL. So you guys are in these fucking riots waiting for these EDLs to come. You look like fucking idiots.
Social engineering. Most people haven't heard of it. Social engineering is a term which has been used to mean top-down efforts to influence particular attitudes and social behaviours on a large scale, most often undertaken by governments. but also carried out by media, academia, or private groups in order to produce a desired characteristics in a target population. How does social engineering look like in the real world? So if I take you back, does everyone know about the Rwandan genocide, right? The Hutus and the Tutsis, right? Big genocide. So there were some tensions between the Hutus and the Tutsis, right? Always been tensions for a while. But what the British decided to do is the British decided to go to the Tutsis and say, hey, you know what? I think those Hutus are, I think they're planning something for you. And they were like, what? What do you mean? And then they went to the Tutsis and they were like, hey, I think they're planning something for you. And they were like, what? What do you mean? And so what happens now is everyone's on edge because everyone tools up, waiting for everyone to do something. One person's waiting for one person to do something, the other person's waiting for the other person to do something, and they're both on edge. But really and truly, there's tension, but the tension just rose. So now in this situation, all we need is something organic or organized. It doesn't matter. The reason why it doesn't matter whether it's organic or organized is because the bottom line is something needs to happen, an explosion needs to happen. Things started turning up in WhatsApp groups and Telegram groups and all kinds of things, and people are saying, oh, they're coming to Lewisham. Oh, they're coming to London. Oh, they're coming to Brixton. Oh, they're coming to everywhere. And everyone's like, yeah, they're coming, yeah? All right, cool. Let's get together. Let's get all the lads. Let's get together. Let's go there. Let's go down there. Let's do this. Let's do that. Wait on them. Wait on them a little bit more. Wait on them. Wait on them a little bit more. Oh, they're not turning up. Now what? Oh, the reason why they never turn up is because they're scared. No, you dumbass.
You are really dumb.
You just got played.
We have seen recently with things like the atrocity of this terrible young man who went and stabbed these young girls who were at the Taylor Swift dance class.
The little girls.